How's it going, guys? Today in this video, e-girls are going to answer these questions that all guys want to know, but they're just too afraid to ask other girls besides e-girls. So we are going to get the opinion of e-girls. These are going to be sex questions, dating questions, relationship type questions like that. Questions that men are too afraid to ask women. And the e-girls are going to give their answers, and then I'm going to give you guys the right answer. So if that sounds interesting, if you want to hear the opinion of e-girls and then hear me correct them, and join me in this video because that is exactly what I'm going to do today. Let's get into it.
With Twitch, YouTube, and gaming in general having a really big male audience, especially a young male audience, I wanted to do this video today to let those guys ask us the questions that they wouldn't usually feel comfortable asking girls. Let's go.
So I get the sentiment of being afraid to ask just a random girl these questions or a friend, but if you're in a relationship with someone, then you should not be afraid to ask these questions. And I think what we'll find is that most of these questions are questions that probably should be asked in a relationship because they pertain to relationships between people. But again, young men, I think, are afraid to ask these questions because there is an expectation for a lot of these things that you should just know how to do these things. And especially in the realm of sex, there is this kind of expectation that men should just automatically know what to do. And if you have to ask, and if you have to get feedback, then that means somehow you're inadequate, somehow you're a loser, somehow you just don't know how to do sex, so you're just kind of lame. As if we were all just born sex gods like me. I'm kidding. I have had my fair share of terrible sex experiences. But as a sex coach, I will say that you cannot just do the same things sexually to everyone and expect the same results. And so asking these questions like, do women like this? Do women like that? Especially in the realm of sex and dating, it really depends on individual preference. And I think that's another theme that we will see throughout this video, that it's going to be opinion-based stuff. The e-girls are going to have different opinions, and so why ask these questions unless you are in a relationship and you want to ask the actual person you're in a relationship with? Because that's going to be your most accurate and relevant answer, right?
Do girls like nudes? It really depends on who's sending them. If it's from a partner, I personally don't really mind it. However, the 14-year-old boys in my DMs, not so much.
Nudes of other women. Did Liv say she was giving out nudes?
From my boyfriend, when I didn't used to live with them, I don't mind pics when I was in the mood, you know what I'm saying? Nudes from randoms? No! Imagine someone coming up to you, flopping their dick out. You didn't ask for it, it just fucking happened.
Yeah, I mean, I could have told you this answer. I mean, what? So this might seem like common sense to all of you guys out there because sophisticated viewers of my channel, we know better and we understand why this stuff happens, and that just sending random nudes to women is not going to do anything for them. But if you're in a relationship, it can be a sexy thing. If you're trying to get in the mood, it's actually a really good arousal builder, excitement builder. So what happens is young men, right, they love getting nude photos from women. It's super exciting, it's super arousing, it's like interesting, it's like awesome. And then so in their young mind brains, and I've been there before, so I'm not like excluding myself, but in the young mind brain we are thinking, I like this a lot. That means women must like it. I should send nudes to them. They'll get just as excited as I do. And why don't I send them unsolicited? Because that's even more exciting. Because imagine if a girl sent a nude to me unsolicited. That would be awesome. That'd be exciting. But, you know, men and women aren't wired the same way. And I think as you get older, you start to realize that. And you don't send as many nudes unless you just never get past that. But in general, don't send nudes to random people. Don't send nudes to strangers. Don't send nudes to people that you don't know well or are not in a relationship with, because it's not arousing to women at all. There may be one woman out there, but it is not worth your time to send nudes out to everyone in case you meet that one woman. So yeah, that's an easy answer. But, you know, I know exactly why young men are asking that.
Aww, do you like it when boys let out their emotions?
Honestly, a girl is not going to want to date an emotional wreck that is just emotional constantly. But someone that is aware of their emotions, that can feel their emotions, that can express their emotions in a healthy way, that's extremely attractive because it shows maturity. It shows emotional maturity, and it's that, yeah, emotional maturity is hot. Okay, so yeah, I think these e-girls are going to agree.
Of course we do. I think it's something that's easily stigmatized, that boys can't, be very outward about their emotions. But letting out your emotions isn't inherently female, it's inherently human.
100%. But I also really hate it when people bottle up their emotions and you know that they're trying to hide something from you. You can tell if something's on your mind, but you're not saying it, so just say it.
Yes. Oh, not to an extent where it's like crazy emotions, like I can't handle it and they won't let me talk to them. But I love it when a man can express their emotions 100%. If you're feeling a certain way, be honest and say it straight out. That makes you a man. I fuck with it so hard.
Yep. Not much analysis for this one. It's exactly what I said. Moving on.
Why do girls feel comfortable doing sexual things with other girls?
Why are we assuming that girls are comfortable doing sexual things with other girls? Because they're not. Not all of them are. And just probably the same number of men that are comfortable doing sexual things with men, that number is the same for women. So this is not like a common thing. So I don't know why this question is being asked. Maybe because they're watching so much lesbian porn or threesome porn where women are doing these things and they're like, oh, porn, that's real. All girls must like that, right? Or do they? I need to ask an e-girl.
I don't really know. Personally, I am one of those girls who doesn't mind an affectionate kiss between friends. And I don't know, I don't always think that showing emotion in that way necessarily has to be sexual, or for the record, for anyone's entertainment. Girls are also just really pretty.
I think just general between males and females, we more prefer the female body, just more aesthetically appealing.
Women are sexy. I don't know what it is. God made women like an artwork.
So these e-girls like other girls, but that's not a representative sample of the general population. So the real answer, I will say, is that women aren't all comfortable with sexual encounters with other women, or in fact more comfortable with sexual encounters with women than they are men. I think this question comes from a porn warped idea of the world, and it's just not true. So next question, I guess.
Do girls check out passing guys? And how do girls feel when a guy checks them out?
Do girls check out guys? Yes, of course they do. Because attraction is a thing. Physical attraction is a thing. And that is how most relationships begin, is from that initial physical attraction. And then you get to know the person, and that's when you fall in love and do all that cool stuff, which is cool and is something that you should go for. Not casual hookups, okay? How do women feel when they get checked out? I think it depends on the woman. It depends on the context they are in. It can be uncomfortable. It can be creepy in certain contexts. It can be nice. It can feel good in other contexts. So it's really contextually based. It's situationally based, just like a lot of things are in life and dating, and the way you do it, your behaviors in which you are doing the checking out. Basically, you're just trying not to be creepy. But, I'm just a guy. Let's see what these e-girls have to say.
Yeah, I check out passing guys sometimes, but I feel like in a relationship, it doesn't really go any deeper than acknowledging somebody else's physical beauty. It depends on the relationship, but personally, me and Elliot don't find that offensive at all. If anything, I'm constantly pointing out girls who have great boobs or a great butt and being like, did you see her? Oh my God, she was so hot.
Yeah, and girls. Honestly, I think most people check out their own sex a bit more. I might be a little bit different, but I feel flattered. It's only when I feel like I'm in a dangerous scenario, or when it's like late at night and you're by yourself and you're like, ugh. It can make you feel a little bit uneasy. From a woman's perspective, if you're out alone, walking down the street or something at night, and someone yells out to you, you're fucking sexy, in an aggressive manner, it can feel a little bit uncomfortable. Right time, right place. Right wording, actually.
Depends. If I'm like walking down an alleyway and you're checking me out, I'm gonna run. When I'm dressed up, I expect people to look at me.
Alright, so it was pretty much exactly what I said they would say. Basically, the situation matters. If it is creepy, then they're not gonna like it. If it's in a good context and they're feeling good, then they'll be flattered by it. The one point I do want to make is that I think the second E-girl made a good point that we tend to check out our own sex almost more than the opposite sex because we are always trying to compare ourselves with other people. Comparing yourself is going to make you sad because it's going to be hard to ever live up to someone that you can't possibly ever be because they have different genetics, different backgrounds, different upbringings, and so comparing yourself, you just gotta be happy with who you are, and that comes from within, from loving yourself, from accomplishing things, from doing things, from producing, being a productive member of society. As cliche as that sounds, it is true. There you go. I mean, I could talk about comparing yourself to other people for an hour probably, but that's for maybe another video. Let's go on to more e-girl opinions.
What are your thoughts on circumcision?
Circumcision? Yeah, who cares? Let's see what the e-girls say. I think they're gonna say who cares.
I put this one in there because I honestly just wanted to say, I've honestly never noticed. I don't think it makes a difference, and I don't think girls really notice that much.
I actually have no idea what the difference between a circumcised penis and a non-circumcised penis. I think I know what one of them is. I think I've not had experience with the other. Apparently very different. Honestly, I've never looked it up. Maybe I should do that now. Oh.
I don't care. Some other women do. Again, this is just my personal preference. Foreskin's great. No foreskin is also great.
That kind of thing is complete individual preference. I mean, there is not much to be gained other than these three girls' unique opinions. We're not going to get some groundbreaking thing that all girls like a certain thing. All girls like circumcised penises. We're not going to get that from this. So, not the best question, I would say.
Aww. Are there any girls who like short guys?
Short guys. This is another thing that doesn't really matter at all. If you find a girl and you really like them and you have a crush on them and they don't like you because you're short, then great. You don't want to be with that shallow person anyway. You're gonna find someone that likes you for you, and height is not going to be a determining factor of that, and it never will be. Maybe you can't have as many random casual hookups because those are all physically based, but you don't want that anyway if you want to be happy and be in a good space, a good sexual space, and a good relationship space in your life. Height will hold you back as much as you think it will hold you back, and for some people that seems to be a lot. Don't worry about it. You can't change it, so don't worry about it.
I think of late I've been into really tall guys, but I know when I was younger, I actually had a preference for really short guys. And I also think height isn't as important as you think it is. Even if you're someone like me who has a preference for tall people, if I meet a short guy and he's really funny, really smart, outgoing, and any of the other qualities that I look for, the height thing just doesn't matter as much.
I'm sure.
Are there any girls who like short guys? Any girls? Yes. Me, hate to say it, I do like tall guys. Personal preference for everything. Everything. Every woman is different in their opinions about men. Yeah, I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole.
So, again, another individual preference question. Yes, now we know what these three girls think, but all girls, no. Women care more about personality. They care more about where you are going in life, your status in life. They're not going to meet an amazing guy that's funny and has every quality they're looking for, but, they're under 6 feet tall, so yeah, I'm going to date some douchebag that's 6'4" that has no qualities I like just because they're tall. That's not going to happen in the real world, and if someone does that, then they're not worth dating anyway, so especially if you're short. Things that you cannot possibly change, like height, they are holding you back as much as you think they are holding you back. It's truly a self-inflicted setback because these things aren't setbacks, and things that you cannot possibly change in your life shouldn't be occupying any space in your head because there's nothing you can do about it except worry and be anxious and stress about it. So if you can't possibly do anything about it, why waste time thinking about it, right? Because it's just only going to be negative. I know, easier said than done, but you will hit a point in your life where you'll realize that these things don't matter as much. You'll just be yourself. You won't be as insecure. and that just comes with age and experience. You'll get there. The sooner you get there, the better.
What are periods like? How painful are they?
Alright, I'm extremely qualified to answer this question about periods. I know exactly what periods feel like, how painful they are, but you know, I seem to have run out of time in this video, so I am ending it here. If you like this video and you want me to continue reacting and answering these questions that these e-girls are also answering, then leave me a like, let me know in the comments down below. If you like this type of content, you like my message, you want more sex advice, more relationship advice, stuff like that, come back for more and subscribe and you will get more videos coming your way. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.